Hello and welcome back to Shaarma's Shenanigans, whereby I'm playing through Kerbal Space Program Career Mode, and this is episode 4. Today I've decided I'm going to be creating a space probe to go to solar orbit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, solar orbit. Now, this probe is gonna go in and out of solar orbit and return back to Kerbal. So I'm gonna try and create this probe as nicely as possible with as much science on it. How much do these weigh? Okay, yeah, that'll do. So yeah, 3 science juniors and 3 thingamajigs. This should get me tons of science from going towards the sun. Now I'm also going to put a load of solar panels on here so that I can maintain charge and stuff, because in space there are no things as like stuff. Also, yes, I do have friends talking to me about Pokemon stuff at the moment, but he can wait for the time being. So yes, got the science, got the battery packs, and got the solar panels. Let's see, now to add some parachutes. Yes, 3 there, and another 3 there. That'll do. Yes, that will return you safely back to Kerbal. Now, where's the stack decoupler? There we go. Yes. So that is our main probe. Now let's create the body of the rocket. That will do for stage 1. Stage 2. Can be you. And now I can do some nicer things over here. Let's see. That's not right. Yes, I do get slightly OC. Darn it. Diddly darn it. Diddly dosh dang darn it. There we go. Now what I can do is I can add one up here, and another one up here, and then add some more thrusters to the bottom, because additional thrusters is what we always need. And then add another layer of stacks, which are our solid rocket boosters, like so. Now just to make sure that this rocket actually, you know, takes off correctly, doesn't flail about all over the place, let's add some lovely struts. Struts are my favourite thing in this game. They literally solve every single one of your problems. And you can never have enough of them, because they do add a little bit of weight, but shh, we need not worry about them. Now let's lower the entire thing down a bit so it's nearer the ground. Hecky thump. Accidentally selected the entire rocket there. Yes, good. This will do. Now I just need to sort out the staging. Yes, this will do. Now let's actually name this spacecraft. It's probe. Probe to the sun. Save. Oh, forgot one very important detail. Probably an important thing to have. That is a communications array. Yes, you will do, right there. And I think that the rocket is now ready to be launched. Save that, and I'll take it to the launch site. And we are back on the launch site, and I'm just going to straight up throttle up, and this bad boy should be ready to go. So I'm going to keep it nice and locked on straight. And we seem to be drifting a little bit. Maybe I should have added some fins onto it. Oh well. I can rectify that here later on. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Goodbye friends. Looks like I've rectified this launch. And by rectified it I mean ruined it. Well, I'm just gonna let it free fall. In fact, no. I can do science with it. When in doubt, always do more science. Alright, speed it up. Oh, shit. Whoopsie-daisy. And that is why I should not fizz wop. Well, let's go back to the vehicle assembly building. and add some winglets onto it. I think that'll probably do the job. Like so. Yes, I think that looks good. Let's launch. So we are back at the launch site after adding a few minor tweaks. I've changed the rocket engines down here, which I need to restage before I forget. I've changed the winglets and I've added some separatrons. Hopefully this will all get me into space. So throttle up, turn on the SAS, and launch those solid rocket boosters. As you can see, it's definitely keeping a lot more straight now, which is always handy. And let's see how well this rocket does in comparison to all the other failed attempts. So at the moment we're just going straight up until this all runs out of fuel, and then I think I'm going to start gravity turning slightly earlier. Just to make sure we get into orbit and whatnot. Got lots of plans for this probe. So already just doing a slight gravity turn. And we are almost already at 10k. I'm going to turn down the throttle a bit just to make sure that we're not wasting any unnecessary fuel. And lurch over a bit more. It's amazing the difference that thrust vectoring can make to the rocket. Because if you remember earlier, I was having quite a bit of trouble turning this ship. But now it's definitely easy turning. So yeah, our parapsis is just raising up. Again, I may just turn down the throttle a bit more just to maintain a good thrust to weight ratio. And then I'll probably cut out once we reach 80k again. Just keeping an eye on the fuel that we got. So 70, 75, and 80. So yes. Just put on a little bit of fuel to help turn. Turn it off and overshot the mark a little bit. I think that will do about there, because I need to get myself in position to start making an orbit burn. Yep, we are now in orbit height, which is lovely and handy and stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to start burning here just to make sure it's all sussed out and whatnot. So go full throttle and get as much of that delta V, I think it is. I think that's the correct term. Get as much of that done as possible in the early stages. Nah, I'll keep throttled up because we are almost there already. Then we're probably going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to dip into the next stage. In retrospect, I think that was a bit of bad staging on my behalf. Oops. Oh well. Just raise that periapsis up as much as possible. Because we are almost there. So just get that up to 70 and we are done. In retrospect, I think I got a bit of bad staging on that part, but oh well. So yes, let's find a nice point to get an encounter with something. Maybe Minmus. A Minmus encounter would be quite nice. But at this stage it looks like it's going to be nigh impossible. Oh! No, I thought that was a Minmus encounter. Oh well. On the other hand, that is a Minmus encounter. So something like that in about 35 minutes, so complete orbit around or something. And then what I can do is attempt to get into a solar orbit from there. Because at the end of the day we can tweak all of these things around at a later point in time. Because I think bodge jobs are easily the best way to go for things. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna go full throttle here. Let's turn to map view. There's Kerbal down below us. This is a big burn that we're doing, but Minmus is quite far away. And just have my trigger finger poised on the X button to cut out any unnecessary thrust when it's required. In retrospect, I probably could have spent a bit longer getting the perfect orbit, but well. We can worry about that when the time comes. In the meanwhile, we've just got to get into position first. Meters per second. There we go. That's an encounter. see if I can do anything here to get me out. Well, that certainly gets me out of Kerbal. Though I could just straight up set this up as a MUN satellite, which wouldn't be too bad, but alas, this probe is destined for greater glory. Nope. Okay, that's not going to work. There we go. That gets us out nice and cheaply. So let's find that point on here. Throttle up ever so slightly. All I want to do is... Ooh. So I've got myself set up on position. May as well do some science while I'm here. Now this is draining tons of battery, but it's okay. Lots and lots of science. Num num num. And because we got the satellite, well, the solar panels up here, we can recover a hell of a lot of battery back. So I think do that a couple more times and that'll be it. Well, I think this will probably be it now. Oh shit. Running out of electrical charge. But that's alright, that'll be charging back up to 810 now. This is why I like to have a lot of extra batteries on it. So let's speed up until we get to our burn point. Which is now 0 alert. It's actually quite a nice encounter with Minmus here, because I could circularize this if I wanted to. But alas, we are destined for greater things today. So yes, this is now an escape velocity, well, escape trajectory. So let's speed up until we are out of the solar system. Yep. We are out of there. Right, let's see now. Let's return back to the overhead view and get some science. So yes, this is going to deplete all the science from solar orbit, but not intending to go back here very often. Now what I need to do is set as target. Let's slow down a bit because I'm skewer-freeing up everything. Let's try and slow myself down so that we get another encounter with Kerbal. Hopefully we'll have plenty of fuel left to do so. There we go. We've now got a nice encounter and we can speed up time until we get to that point. So let's see. This looks like it's gonna land directly on the planet, so this is actually excellent. So speeding up time hella fast here because this is going to take absolutely ages considering that we're only going at almost 100 meters per second now. Hopefully this, well, it looks like we're going to get an encounter with a Kerbal here. Or, well, if we continue on this path we're probably going to do some litho braking with Kerbal here, which I am completely okay with. Yep, that path goes all the way through the planet and it looks like we're going to be heading near one of the poles. In fact, let's see, I was thinking about perhaps doing something that will get us onto one of the poles, but I really can't be bothered faffing about with that at the moment. Unfortunately, it does look like we're going to be landing on the dark side of the planet, which is a smidge annoying. But here we go. Let's try and start slowing our descent down a bit. Well, this rocket's acting like a sloppy bag of sticks, to be honest. Sliding all over the place, which is really annoying. But there we go. Now burning at our retrograde point, or whatever you want to call it. Ditch that stage, it's not really going to do anything. Hopefully the parachutes will come out soon. Oh shit. Do the parachutes now, I forgot that they were on a separate stage. And it looks like we're going to be splashing down in an ocean. Maybe. Or are we on the ice sheets? We may be on the ice sheets. Which would be very nice to land on if that is the case. So yes, I'm coming down ever so slowly. Must be below 500 meters to the surface, because parachutes have already deployed. Just watch it come down ever so slowly. This is always the boring part of any rocket launch, the descent, well, the atmospheric descent. Very tedious and whatnot. Almost there now, and it does in fact look like we've landed on one of the ice sheets, I think. Ooh, nearly there. Boop. Boop. And we are landed. So, I think that's a job well done. Unfortunately, I'm not going to collect any signs from this biome, which is a smidge annoying, but unless I sent that off. Observe the mystery goo. Oh, Kerbal Highlands. Shit, that was a bit of a waste, but oh well. Ah well, what can you do? Let's revert to the space center. Well, not revert, but you know, go back to the space center and redeem that space probe that went to glory. Oh yeah, we're well away off. Oh well, we can recover this vessel now and look at all of that glorious science we have. And I think that is going to be the end of today's episode, so I hope you enjoyed.